Law spelled backwards is wall. Why is that important? It's because you allow certain people to build a wall around the way you move through existence. And then you end up looking at this wall and saying ain't no way over it. So you got to do what someone tells you. Mind you, the individuals that are creating a law or a wall around what you do is more likely inferior to you. Where do these ideas come from? It comes from once a situation being how a situation may seem to them. It's all about perception. Even when, and in fact, you're dealing with your relationship status or family or the wherewithal of finding out what's going to take place. It's always, if you can pull out of you a greater aspect of that circumstance to satisfy. So if you can pull that out of you just to speak it into existence, now you got something that somebody can place against you to see if you win or fail. See, these notions was created out of the ideal of lack of a certain situation that's not privy to everybody. And when you're dealing with divine energy, or when in fact you come from divine energy, your purpose is always going to be that. Once we knew this, though, we knew this, that it didn't matter, our purpose was that. This is why there's so many attributes that speak towards the ideal of being divine. This knowledge I'm dropping right now might not even reach nobody, because you know what? It's not too many people that tap into my page. But if you watching me and you see me dropping these jewels, share it to people you think can understand the pretense of what I come from. And there will be information down in the link if you want to offer or build in whatever aspect. What am I saying to you? I'm saying when the wall is built or the law is created, that has damaged the understanding of how we see divinity or how we even use these pretenses. Because we know from an aspect to protect, you have to build a wall. Well, moreover than a wall, you had pure out power that didn't need a wall. Really didn't give a damn what nobody thought or attempted to do, because the power would speak for itself. So once you remove the ideal of power, then you can create a wall or a law. That shows you the weakness in the people. Just like if you was dealing with raw, you know what I'm saying? In order for you to get that raw, whether it's meat or pretense or get raw with somebody, you're going to bring what? The reverse to that, which is war. Think about if you're killing an animal, that's not war between animals and humans. You're getting that raw meat. Think about getting raw with somebody. Isn't it about to be a fight? You know what I'm saying? Think about raw in any form of faction. Oh, the way you look is raw right now. You know what I'm saying? Or you rawing at somebody. You know what I mean? You're going to bring forth a war, whether it's thought pattern or the image or how you intake something. See, it's not, the knowledge is not oblivious to people. It's just that you fear to look at the truth. You fear to sit down and say, you know what? The fuck is wrong with me? And it's just not you individual. It's our whole fucking culture. And when these walls in this war is set against us in reverse polarities, you know what we do? We try to find a way away from it to move instead of going into it. You know when rams fight, you know what rams do? They take their heads and they bang against each other until somebody get knocked the fuck out. We see rams fighting and we be like, yo, that shit raw right there. Look at that. You put rams on a mountain, they scale a wall. until they get where they want to go. They don't hold no law. These understandings shouldn't be relearned from animal pretenses. It shouldn't be, period. But then you got to go back to the ground aspect to find out how these things work. And then moreover, now that the pretense is inlaid within the DNA of people, you ain't gonna never go against the MFers that's out here laying that law down or laying that wall down, because your people gonna defy you. Your own people gonna defy you. They're gonna be like, you can't do this. You can't do that. What's wrong with you? How the fuck you gonna tell me what I can and can't do? And then we develop terms for these people. We call them haters. We say this, we say that. That just builds more division with our own strength. Even satisfying in a relationship, the materialistic value is what shows a pretense to a relationship. It's not, if we form together, what can we do? It's never that. It'll never be that. Because in the mind, what you have is what I will connect to. You see these, see how this shit works? It's like you can see the situation that has been impressed on every single ideal that comes with reality. Now, deeper than that, every ideal has a counterpart action. So it's not about knowing what's 1 + 1. It's about being able to use your mathematics to separate a counterpart from its other counterpart. So if something's happening to you, how do you not see the counterpart action to that? Well, you're not using mathematics. And it's just that simple. So the mathematics is used to be aware of society and what's taking place. Deeper than that, you have the understanding of being able to calm yourself to indecisively look deeper into any circumstance. So when we using, even within our meditation, what we think, we doing that for ourselves. No, you're using it to strengthen your mathematical value so you can see what's going on around you, idiot. Not to be one with everything. Like it's you can't be one with everything because you have an imposing contrast against your ideal. The job is to get back to being able to show power. Fuck a wall. Look, shit is ill just like that, but then nobody wants to even play those type of games because you want to be friends with everything. You think connection value is how we get out of this, when connection value is what breaks you. Excuse me. The connection value is what breaks you. When you don't understand your value and you connect to things of lesser value, you have diluted your power. It's just that simple. Why you think things that stand alone and can stand alone on their own ends up being great within its own aspect? And as soon as it hits that greatness, here come everything. Here come everything, no matter what it is. It's running. Oh, it's great over there. It wants to suck your power. You know, I have a hard time speaking about the things I'm capable of. You know why? Because I need to see what's great out there. I need to see what else is great. That's a black walnut behind me. Strong. The same shit they use to make the wood on the gun. You know, the wood grain on the gun. Strong. I chose that for my background. You know why? Because I know my background is strong. Especially where I come from. Indigenous Aborigine. My people wasn't slaves. My people owned business back in the days. My people used to farm land and take produce to northern states for people to sell in their stores. Healthy shit that my family would get out, my great aunts and uncles would get out and pick for my great grandparents. And they would load it up. Even deeper than that, I know exactly where my peoples come from. And that don't speak on no value towards anything. What I'm trying to show you is law is only to build a wall, to keep you from any idea that doesn't allow something else to connect to you. Look, even when you become an artist and you out here making music, soon as you hot and that power starts popping, everybody coming. Look, man, I ain't gonna even hold you. I'm just trying to give y'all a jewel real quick. Because if you're gonna do anything, it should be understanding what your power is and how to keep that shit for yourself. Unless you run into more power, right? Because more power always needs more power. Respect. You already know the vibes. Naga.